I'm going to do that on this diagonal palette board. It is a gray in color. And she said her favorite colors were brown and navy, so I am going to use my bark and cadet colors to go with this. And she's picked out the sayings she wants on here. And I am going to be using the brush font here. See, it's quite large, a lot of letters in it. And remember, each of these letters can be used multiple times, so we can use them over and over again. I was planning on going live at 1, and everyone was asleep. Everything was perfect, got it all set up, and the baby woke up. So Haley's not going to be helping me with the computer part because she's holding the baby. So let me just find myself here and tag Diane in case she's not on here yet. And get going. Oh, I lost internet here. We're on it. Well, I will get it done. If Hannah were here, she'd get it done faster. But... And I'm not saying I'm not computer literate, because I am very good on my computer and doing videos and stuff like that. It still says I have no internet. So, let me check what's up with that. All right, here we go. Getting connected. Gotta love it when everything falls apart when you go live. So, Diane has been watching The Chosen on television. I don't know, I've heard it's on Netflix too. I'm not sure where she's watching it. But she had mentioned that there was a phrase in there that really spoke to her. And they talk about in spirit and in truth. And so she would like that on here. Hoping to get her on here so I can ask her if she'd like a cross on it too. But we can just go. All right, let's see. We are now connected. This was the slowest connection ever. No internet access. Goodness gracious, Haley.
Not my fault.
That never happens. Okay, well, anyway, I'm going to start cutting this apart because it needs to be done anyway. And I'm just going to basically cut out the letters that I need because I don't need to cut them all out and make you sit here and watch me cut stuff. Oh, hey, we're online now. Yay. I heard that the last few days people were having troubles with their Facebook connection, but I haven't had any problems till now. Alright, so there we go. I see myself. Click on there. Let's invite Diane. And go ahead and tell me hi when you jump on, so I know that you're watching. We love to know that we're not talking to ourselves. That's no fun at all. And
Your phone's given up on you. It keeps trying to exit out of the camera.
all right, Diane just messaged me that she made it. Woo! So she'll be jumping on. Okay, that's fine, honey. I was just going to download that one to Instagram, so. All right.
I didn't say I allowed it to.
Yeah.
I just said it kept trying.
Let me go ahead and pin my store so that if you want to buy this very wonderful brush font, you can do that too as well. And I'm going to share this into my groups.
Just so you know, my mom isn't completely crazy. I am back here for now talking to her. Melody Kane Cox is watching.
Oh, hello, Melody. How are you doing today? All right, so. Dog hair on me. Ugh. I saw the cutest puppy online. Someone's looking for a home for her. She's the cutest little lab retriever mix, and she's all black, and she looks like a black lab. And I was thinking, man, Opie would just love her. And then I thought, yeah, potty training. Mm-mm.
Grandma
Not doing
Woody
that
is
again.
here. She says hi there.
Hi, Mama.
It says she has the title of top fan.
Top fan. Why, thank you, Mother. Yeah, so that cute little puppy was calling my name. But I remember potty training. And poor Haley and her allergies. So, we'll be nice.
Unless we were breeding to make money, there's not going to be another dog. And I would build a shed so they could be outside dogs.
I really don't see a problem with dogs being outside. But they're part of the family. Make sure you say hi when you jump on so we know that you're watching. And I am doing a project for Diane right now. And yes, I started Diane.
Yeah, told me when to start recording. Just making sure you know.
Yeah, no, not until I'm actually laying it down, because I figured my Instagram followers don't want to watch me cut apart letters any more than anyone else, so. Just doing this really quick. Well, as quick as I can. These shears are really amazing because the transfer won't stick to them. They're anti-stick, so that's pretty awesome. Before you could have like your transfer grabbing onto your scissors as you're going. I hope everyone's having a wonderful, wonderful day out there. Let's see, cross.
You have the camera angled perfectly so people don't see the fan. They
Oh,
see
she
the
got it.
flowers moving in the wind. Diane says got it.
Awesome.
That's
I wasn't seeing your response right away, so. All right. So Diane, I want to know, would you like a cross in the background with the letters over the top? Would you like to see maybe a border or a design around it, around the words, or if you just want to see it just plain old font? So that's what I need to know from you.
She says awesome for sure.
Awesome for sure what?
I don't know.
Cross or, I don't think I need any of those. Yes, I have a little delay, so you'll have to tell me exactly what it is you're responding to.
I think awesome to her getting on is my guess.
Okay,
What's your guess?
I never guess right.
Diane
I'm-
says a cross would be good.
Cross would be good. Okay, I have a couple different ones for you to choose from. Haley's holding a baby, so I can't ask her to do it. The baby woke up right as we're getting ready to hit live, and he just started crying.
Diane says yes, I was glad to get on.
All right, so I'm going to show you real quick the two crosses that I think would be good. Well, first of all, if you're going to be hanging it like this or like this, if you're hanging it lengthwise, I have a large wooden cross that would go in the background.
Are you gonna have it tall or chunky?
Yes.
Melody is watching.
So I could do this cross right here.
Melody Paulson is watching.
Hello, Miss Mel.
She says hi.
All right, so I could do this big cross here, or I do have a rope one. This is just your more traditional wooden cross. I'm not sure if you can see it very well there. Whereas this is a little fancier rope cross. As you can tell, this one's my favorite. Hello, Miss Mel.
I don't think
So-
I've ever seen you use the rope one.
The rope
I
one?
think it's always been someone else.
Yeah, I think it has been. But you let me know which cross you want to see go on there first, and then I will have Haley run in back and grab a white or something, whatever color you want the cross in.
Uh-huh, that's what you think. The baby says no.
All right. So I'm just waiting for the response on the cross, and then we can start. You want to do it
Lengthwise.
this way. So neither of those crosses will work.
It took the baby this long to touch the cord. Lady Paulson sent you a heart. Diane says tall.
Oh. You changed it? Tall? Okay. All right, then let me know which cross you want. The wooden one or the rope one?
Diane says no.
No what? No cross?
The baby's kicking your camera.
Okay. All right. We'll get this figured out. So we're going to go tall, lengthwise, or not lengthwise.
Diane says, I messed up. I'm not sure the words would fit on tall.
It will. It will. I made sure that both would be an option. It would say in spirit and in truth. So each one being centered down here would work with the cross in the background. So if that's what you want, we can do that. Just up to you. And then just let me know which one. Which cross. If you don't want to do it this way, I do have.
She says, okay.
Okay. Well, as I say, I can do it the other way, and I do have these smaller crosses, so I could do it lengthwise for you, and do the words with just a small cross.
She says,
on one
use
of the
your
spots.
favorite cross.
Use my favorite cross. That would be the wooden one. I like it because it looks real.
It's legit.
Yeah, he wasn't hung on a rope. All right, and this is a wood palette. So I have this set out so I could fuzz it up, and it will not stick too much to it. We want it to release without pulling up any of the wood from the board. And when I'm using not even a palette, but more of a rough wood from nature, I definitely make sure I fuzz it up really well. Got someone messaging me Trump mail. I don't know what that's about. All right. Start there, and I'm just going to press out the air bubbles. And then because these boards do go diagonal and I don't want any bleeding in between, just in case there's a little disconnect, I really make sure I've got it good right around there. And I'm going to do that nice chocolatey brown that you were talking about. Stir that up. This one's a really nice consistency. Doesn't take much to get it going. And then right around those seams in the boards, I'm just going one direction. I don't want to move that silk screen at all. Normally I don't have to worry about that with chalk, but with those little seams, I don't want it to be bleeding underneath. All right, we're done with the cross. It was that easy. And I'll just stick this to the chair next to me until I can clean it. All right. So there we go with our cross. And Haley, I forgot my drying gun or a hair dryer or something. Would you be able to do that? I know you're playing with baby there, but all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to capitalize in spirit, and I'm going to lowercase and then do in truth. So let me get my capital I out, and I'm going to write on the back with this marker because these are reusable, and I don't want to accidentally attach it to the wrong side. So I've got I. There we go. I've got those ones out already. So I'm just going to really quick do this. I don't know if you guys saw my project for tomorrow, but I'm super excited for it. I saw in an online vendor show a plant stand that someone had made for out on their porch. So I ran into my garage and grabbed a bunch of scrap wood, and I threw one together and painted it that gray and white that I've been doing out on my porch signs. I'm super, super excited to get that decorated tomorrow. Definitely want to jump on and watch that. I will be having a giveaway for that one, for those who share. And then this cadet is like a navy blue, which you said you really liked. And I like the idea of it because the photos that it would go next to, I noticed there was a lot of that color in there. Can you plug it in over there? Right by you? Thank you. I'm going to mix this up real fast. Yeah, that plant stand is really cool if that's what you're saying. Oh, cool too. Very, very cool. Okay, I have a pan of water, which I see you cannot see, right here. And I'm going to be taking the letters and putting them in there, washing them off and drying them as I go so that I can, oh look, that dried that fast. Okay, I didn't need that dryer for this part. So I'm going to try and center this as best as I can upside down. And doing it live, I'm trying to hurry too. I don't want to keep everyone on here longer than they need to be. So I'm just going to use this real quick because it's such a small letter. Haley's going to kill me if I ask her to go out for a squeegee, aren't you, Haley? And there we go with the letter I. And my N is over here. Got some paper towels off to the side. I keep wiping my fingers off. I don't want to touch it and get chalk on everything. And if I was smart, I would have my placement tape out here. Obviously, I am in the living room watching the big kids play Minecraft while the little guys are sleeping in back, so this is not my usual setup, and I don't have all my stuff I usually do. There we go. Hey Laura, how you doing, girl? What'd you think of my plant stand I built? I'm super excited to do that tomorrow. Just gonna move off to the side here to dry this. Oh, Haley. It's coming unplugged. What's the weather like in Sioux Falls? Well, I am in the dining room. I am not in my craft area, so this is not my usual setup. But thank you. All right, so we're going to go with this here. Labeling them as I go. Cold and rainy in Sioux Falls. Oh my goodness, we've got the air conditioner on. I've got a fan over here. I'm sure you can see the flowers blowing behind me. It is so hot in my house.
Sure, taunt her what
Is that taunting you? Haley said shame on me. There we go. There's the P I need. I actually really wanted it to storm badly on Wednesday because I have a bunch of weeding I need to do. And I thought it'll come out easier with a wet ground. It did not rain at all. So it looks like you guys got it instead of me. I'm trying to do this upside down so you guys can see it, but I may have to flop it around so I can line up all the cursive lettering. Diane, what do you think about this navy blue color on here? Think that'll look nice? And I'm trying just to only go side to side just because of those slats there that the S is going over. Make sure you say hi as you hop on, guys. I see there's quite a few of you there, and I'm not sure who's watching. All right, I am going to flip this because once I start connecting the letters, I'll need to see a little more clearly. And unfortunately, I don't have my extension cord, so I'm going to be popping off the side here. So I'm just drying with a heat gun, but you guys can use a hair dryer, which is what everyone seems to have. And just make sure the surface returns back to temperature. Okay, good. I'm glad you like it. All right. So get our P here. And all of these fonts actually have semicircles on them so that when you are placing them down, you can connect one letter to the other and they'll line up perfectly. And I'm not doing that just because I don't want to have to try and erase it off here. Another thing you can do is lay placement tape down or painter's tape and then chalk on that, and you can line it up that way. Like I said, all of that stuff is back at my workbench, so I am unable to do that. Oh, I think I might have forgotten to label that one. I will know the P is not labeled. 5. Anyone have any fun plans for this weekend? Laura, you're probably going to the lake, aren't you? Haley is not working until 4 tomorrow, so she and I are going to hang out for a little bit. R-I-T. So I got to wash the I up right away after using it. All right. We're ready to roll. And it's still a little damp, so I'm just going to quick dry it. Chalk dries so fast. I love this. The ink, on the other hand, takes a little longer. All right, so right here I'm just going to take the tail of the P and move it into the I. I've always thought this font was a little weird because the I looks giant compared to the rest, but once you're done, it looks amazing. And like I said, I'm going to be using this I right away again. So I'm going to place it here on the table and grab a Lysol wipe and just wipe out the front and the back of the silk screen and dry it on this towel here, and it'll be ready for me to use again at the end of Spirit. Oh, a tour around the hills would be nice. My family and I had so much fun doing the Needles Highway. And I've been talking to the kids about it forever, and I just finally took them. Haley's 18 and Hannah's 16. And I was like, man, why didn't we do this before? I have no clue, but it was a blast. Are you going to go with Michael? And And this R doesn't have the piece that goes down, and that's because you would just use the I as that piece. So, just placing that in there. Always remembering to press out your air bubbles. You do not want any bleeding underneath there. Chalk doesn't bleed as much as like ink does, but better safe than sorry. Oh, that's a bummer. I know you guys have a lot of fun together. Ooh. Haley, what movie did you pick out for us? Oh, okay. Haley has picked out a movie for us to watch tomorrow together. After I get my massage. You guys, I have fallen down and tripped so many times in the last few days. It's not even funny. And then on my Facebook memories today was the time I went into my daycare room to put something in there, and somebody had placed the trampoline in the middle of the room, and I didn't know it. So I thought I'd just step down and place it on a shelf. I tripped on the trampoline, and when I did, my knees landed dead center on the trampoline, and that launched me across the room when I karate chopped a shelf. Danger-prone Daphne is me, I swear. I don't know what I do. But anyway, this massage therapist is so amazing. Unfortunately, her house is right on the edge of the cutoff of the sinkhole. If you look at the old mine, her house is halfway in the old mine. She has not been evacuated or anything, but, and this may be TMI, but I'm like, dear Lord, please do not let her house fall in while I'm naked. Like, I do not want to want to be rescued in the, yeah, no, not good. How embarrassing would that be? And that's me assuming that I would survive a house falling on me. Oh my goodness. Where my thoughts go. But you never know with as many accidents as I have. It would have been awesome if I would have broken the shelf with my karate chop, but unfortunately, I'm not that awesome. Well, I'm glad one of Jack's friends asked you to go. That's awesome. It's not so funny. I decided that I'm going to start screenshotting all of my accidents as they come up on my memories, because nobody believes how accident prone I am. There was one year, and I was a lot more round. There was one year a wasp got into the house. And so the daycare kids were all screaming and screaming and running, so they all ran into the kitchen. So I bravely went out there armed with my fly swatter, and I was going to kill that thing and save the kids. See, I need my N again, which I just buried, so I'm going to pull it up here. Anyway, so I went out there with my swatter and saw that it was flying up by the fan. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm just going to stand on this little kid's chair. It's low to the ground, should be really sturdy. I'm going to just stand on that, swat that thing, it'll be dead, right? Oh no. As I'm getting ready to aim, it got too close to the fan blade, and it launched the wasp at me. So it's like, ah, realign. We're going to try this again. Tried it again. Hit that thing, and it was going down to the ground, and about halfway down, it started to rise again like Phoenix. It was not going to go down. When I was swatting at it, I lost my balance. Fell off the chair backwards, which is fine because I landed on my feet, right? Unfortunately, my foot landed on a ball that the kids had left out. So my feet rolled out from underneath me, threw me into a shelf, which I was a lot chubbier. I bounced off of and landed headfirst in a kid's pack and play. You can't make this stuff up. This is my life. This is why when Al Johnson asked me to join the track and cross country team, I just laughed. I would be falling all over myself. I'm going to keep this here because I'm going to need that N again. And a D. I would survive the house thing just to be fished out in the buck, I swear. That'd be so embarrassing. There we go. Couldn't find where I put my Lysol wipes. Obviously I survived because I have countless stories. Diane, I have to laugh at myself because what else can you do? What else can you do? I was leaving church last night and one of the little girls stuck her head out of the van and said, "Bye, Miss Amity. Tell Hannah I said bye." And I was like, okay. And then the other cutie popped her head out and said, "Bye, Miss Amity." And I turned to look at her, rolled my ankle, and fell over. Just from turning my head. But you know what's amazing about all this? I wear high heels and I don't fall over. I can run in high heels. Maybe the lesson here is I need to do everything in high heels. Do it all in high heels and I won't have an accident.
I was going to make the comment, yeah, because doing everything in high heels is good for your feet. And then I realized how much you hurt your feet when you don't wear high heels.
Yeah, there you go. It might be, too, because you concentrate more when you're wearing heels. And I'm always in a hurry doing everything fast, 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 fast. And I am done with the D. I keep looking over here at my piece of paper to see if I need to wash it up again. I'm going to need the R. And,
So
oh, I didn't cut out a U.
The baby's just chilling, playing with the chair.
Yeah?
So I'm going to leave them.
Okay. There's the U. I did not cut out the U. Give me a second here, ladies. You're not a high heel lady, Diane. I love my shoes. Actually, I shouldn't say that because I don't love them. I enjoy my shoes. Beautiful shoes. And I think the reason was because I was so heavy for so long that I felt like, you know, my feet was the only part of me that I liked. But now it's an addiction. So this is the U. T. And I don't need those. Just tossing it off to the side so I don't get mixed up here. And I need the H. Sorry, I'm all over the place here, people. I'm 5'6", so I feel like I'm pretty close to the ground. And I think that's another reason I like the heels. All of my brothers are around 6 feet tall. Makes me feel a little more like part of the family to be up there. Alright, so I'm going to fish out my R here. Wash that little guy up. And then I'll fish out my little T because I'll need that as well. And I'm just wiping out the front of the silk screen with the Lysol wipe to get all that off. And then wiping the back. And then I'm just drying it here with a paper towel. the back of this cloth is drying the back, and then this is drying the front, so it'll be ready when I'm ready to use it. So we're doing Anne in Spirit. I do. But aren't I supposed to walk by faith? I mean, technically, I'm doing it the way the Bible says. I'm walking by faith, not paying attention where I'm going. Let's see. I need the I for in. I told Scarlett that her beauty just threw me off. When I turned to look at her, I was like, "You're so beautiful, you made me fall over." But I was secretly in a lot of pain. Went to the van and told Hannah, I just rolled my ankle, but I get a massage tomorrow. Yay. So we're going to go little I in, centering that along the cross. True. And we are talking about the Spirit today here on this one, so there you go. The Spirit wouldn't lead me into tragedy now, would it? Oh my goodness. Do a little chronicling of all the accidents I've had. And I told Hannah, I said, I need to be more positive and speak something more positive in my life instead of that I'm such a klutz. But when you have Facebook reminding you every day of all the accidents you have, it's kind of hard to not think, wow, I'm such a klutz. All right, so we've got in spirit and in. So here we go for the truth. That's right. That's why I will not fall into mine when I get my massage. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I was looking at that map and I'm like, she's open. They haven't shut her down. So it's got to be safe, right? If I fall in, do you think I'd get a free massage? No, I won't fall. Jason said that concrete over there is pretty amazing. They had to bring in an excavator to knock down a sidewalk that was on nothing. Like that sidewalk was just suspended there with its concrete. So, whatever they laid, that concrete was amazing. So, I'm sure the house won't fall in. You really need to plug that thing in here. Alrighty. So this font usually has a second R. I thought it had the second R with the actual stem on it, but it doesn't. So we're going to just roll with this here. One thing I have done before when I have a font that doesn't have the beginning, because it's just continuing from the last, is I'll go through and place a letter in front of it and add that stick myself. So Diane, you can look at it when I'm done and say, yes, add it, or no, it's fine. And we'll go from there. Nobody's sharing their weekend plans. Oh, I hope they can move those houses. Haley, my heat gun just made a weird noise. Do you want to find me your hairdryer? That was frightening. Can't wait to go back to the replay and see my face on that. One of my daycare parents lives in that area as well, and they're really, really nervous because they're right on the line as well. So I'm just hoping those people can get this resolved. How tragic to have your family home that you think you're going to be in there for the rest of your life and then have that happen. And it's so weird driving down the interstate and seeing that whole area blocked off and those homes with no cars in front of them. I knew you would be going boating. I thought, Laura's going to the lake. That is awesome. Are your Looney Tunes your grandsons? Sounds like grandsons, not granddaughters. Looney Tunes. All right, you guys, I always forget to mention, but I do have a YouTube channel that you can check out. I am on Instagram where I post pictures of my finished stuff, so you can check that out too. And since I'm so absolutely, which is funny because I'm creating, so absolutely uncreative, they're all under the name Amity Safar. I wasn't clever enough. This one, Crossroads Chalking with Amity, I mean, there's my name again. Haley, I'm so afraid to use this. Would you get me something to dry with? I think it's time for a new air gun. Are you even in here? Haley has left the building. I'd blow on it, Diane, but you know, COVID. We'll just go ahead and, not saying I have it, but let's go ahead and lay it over and hope it doesn't pull up the stuff before it, and if so, then I can just fix it later. Hannah's gonna have to teach Haley how it's done. Stick with Mama. All right. Last letter. And it is done in navy and the chocolate brown. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool too, Miss Mel. Oh, Looney Tunes is your boat. I thought it was your grandkids. I could have sworn that sounded like grandsons' names. All right, so there we go. This is complete unless, Diane, you want to put a border on it or some kind of decorative design. If you like it simple, we can keep it simple. But I do have all kinds of borders that could be added. And even if you just went like across the corner, so there's just like a little border there and a little border there, you could do that. Oh, that one's too big. So I've got all these options that you could do. I will add the tail to the R. I can do that. I'm a pro at that because that kind of stuff bothers me too, just given that I'm such a perfectionist. And so I will show you how I do that. Really quick. I'm going to take an E. And fuzz it up. Oops. Write an E on the back so I know which one I got there. And you can decide if you want to do a little edging or anything like that. And so what I do is I just take this part here and put it up there. I'm just going to use my fingers since I want to be precise here. You want me to decide? Oh, goodness. So there we go with using the E to add the stem to that. Really easy to wing it with these transfers. You can't mess it up. Well, given that these boards are on a diagonal, it might be kind of fun to do something on the edging at a diagonal as well. But it's your wall, so you tell me if you want it really simple. You could just leave it as it is. But you know, with the cross and everything standing out, it might look just fine too. You let me know. I think some of these might be a little too frilly. Simple is best. Okay, we'll keep it as is. So there you go, guys. That is my project for today. I'm going to jump off and check on my babies. And tomorrow,
Just fine, thank you.
you're just fine. Tomorrow, I'm going to do that awesome plant stand that's going out on my patio. So join me then. Haley, you want to go ahead and sign off? Thanks for joining, guys, and happy chalking.